Allah has said in the Al-Quran, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْحَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Which means that by the nafs or the soul and the proportion given to it, then it was enlightened to what is wrong and what is right. Indeed, he succeeds who purifies his own soul, and he fails who corrupt his own soul. Surah Ash-Shams verses 7 to 10. So those who purify their souls are those who steadfastly performing their religious duties and make efforts in getting rid of the blameworthy behaviors and keep improving and upgrading themselves. On the other hand, those who disobey what Allah has ordered and involved in evil deeds are those who corrupt their soul. If we mention about nafs, okay, nafs are also influenced by other factors. Nafs can be colored. First of all, it can be colored by the characteristic of animals. Nafs can be colored by the characteristic of animals. Let's try to discuss this issue. What are the main characteristic of animals? Okay, what that usually animals did or animal do? First of all, okay, the first thing, the animal like to eat. But the animal eats a different way from the human. The animal eats without caring whether the food is halal or haram, whether it is permissible or it is forbidden. Okay, that is how the difference between animal and human being. But the animal, one of their daily activities is to eat, to find something for them to eat. That is one of the characteristics of animal. Secondly is fight. They always fight, especially if it is with other different breed of animals. It is the concept of the survival of the fittest. Only those who are strong and powerful will survive and prevail and take the center stage. Okay. The third characteristic of animal is fulfilling the sexual desires without any limitation and without any boundary. What is important is just to fulfill their desires. So, if we want to relate it with our nafs, if we as human are also doing this, we fight and just fulfilling our desires, our sexual desires, without taking into account our religious ruling, without taking into account whether it is halal or haram. So we are not much different from animals, while we actually we're much further better, and we have a very high status in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the animals. But if we just think of eating, fighting, or fulfilling our sexual desires, then our nafs is been colored by the characteristic of animal. So we must not just confine our life in the aspect of eating, fighting, and fulfilling sexual desires. We have more duties as a Khalifah, as the vice-gerent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world. So that is the characteristic. The first aspect which influence our nafs is the characteristic or the coloring of the animal characteristic. Secondly, is the coloring which come from the element of Satan or shaitan. We call it shaitan, or the English word says Satan. Maybe we better use the terminology shaitan as it is used in the Al-Quran. What does a shaitan do? Okay, what does a shaitan usually do? First of all, shaitan will try to divert a person from the right path. This is where in Al-Quran Allah has said that in Surah Yasin. We usually recite Surah Yasin. Alam aqhad ilaikum ya bani Adam alla ta'budu syaitan innahu lakum adu mubin wa ani'buduni hadza siratum mustaqim wa laqad adalla minkum jibilan katsira afalam takunu taqilun, which means that did I not command you, O the children of Adam, O Bani Adam, that you should not worship shaitan? Verily, shaitan is the clear enemy to you, and you should worship me. This is the right path, hadza siratum mustaqim. And indeed, shaitan did lead astray number of you. Did you not then understand? Surah Yasin verses 61 to 63. So this is one of the characteristic of shaitan. Okay, this is another characteristic of shaitan is that shaitan will try to influence a person to enjoy evil or bad deeds, and try to forbid a person from doing good deeds. This is the other way. While Allah asks us to enjoy goods and forbid evils, but shaitan is the other way around. The other way around. And in another verse of the Quran, which is quite long, I just give the translation where Allah said that, the translation is that, and shaitan will say when the matter is decided, it was Allah who gave you a promise of truth. I too promise, but I fail in my promise to you. I had no authority over you except to call you, but you listen to me, then reproach not me, but reproach your own soul. I cannot listen to your cries, nor can you listen to mine. I reject your former act in associating me with Allah. For wrongdoers there must be a grievous penalty. This is why in the Yaumil Akhirat, in the hereafter, where we have been decided already, in the hereafter, then shaitan shall admit that actually, you see, I have no power. Actually, I just call you, but you follow me. So don't blame myself, blame yourself. This is how shaitan try to influence it. Maybe because due to the limitation of time, maybe we try to continue this in the next session, so that we can understand more on this concept of human development.